Hey guys, and welcome to the premiere episode of Look Who I Found 5 Minutes With, where we talk with brothers that we haven't seen or heard from in a while, or some brothers that are actually doing something kind of interesting in the world today. So, our first guest will be Robert Goon Julian, esteemed alumnus. Let's give you the stats. Full name, Robert Julian. At least that's what he told me. Pledge name, Alice the Goon. That's his full pledge name. Not everybody knows that. He pledged in the fall of 1993 in the Epsilon class, and his big brother was William Moondoggy Bagby, and his pledge warden was William Hubal Garcia. Next up, he attended CCNY from the fall of 1992 to spring of 2000, where he graduated with I believe an MFA in communications, film, and video. He has been Pledge Warden, he has been Vice-Chancellor, and he has been Community Service Chair. One of his proudest accomplishments, as he told me, aside from being Pledge Warden, was the fact that he's proud of the chapter as a whole. Proud of the fact that the chapter survived a very tumultuous time back in the summer of 1996. The Phi Chi chapter lost our TEP house, and guys thought that would pretty much be the end of the chapter. There was sort of a cleansing, as it was known, and guys were worried that would be the end, but through a lot of hard work, a lot of perseverance, a lot of guys really giving of themselves and their time, the chapter survived. And he's very proud to have been a part of that and to have seen that and to know that 20 years later, over 20 years later, the chapter is still going and still thriving. So, ladies and gentlemen, I present to you Robert Julian. Goon, what's up?
Hey, what's up, Roj?
Welcome to 5 Minutes With. Look who I found, or rather, look who I found 5 minutes with. What's going on, bro?
Nothing much, man. The usual. Parenting, adulting, life, living.
Nice. So I just ran down your history. You were a Pledge Warden and a Vice-Chancellor and a Community Service Chair, and the whole thing with how proud you were of the chapter after losing the TEP house and surviving. Dude, it's been over 20 years.
It's been a long time, and it was kind of hard. Like, I thought about that because it's not a particular, like you mentioned, it's not a particular, I didn't do it, so it's not something I can be proud of personally, but I am proud of the fact that the chapter's still there, man. That was some rough times. You remember? I mean,
yes.
We had to change everything. The way we did everything had to change. Like, our social life changed, because all you did on a Friday night was go to the TEP house, So I'm proud of the fact that the chapter is still there as a whole. Like, we went through that time. There were some rough times. I mean, people have stories. I mean, there were some chairs being thrown at that point, at some point.
I remember. Yeah.
So, I think I'm proud of that as a whole, of the whole chapter, that being part of that transition and all of us that were there, that, we did something right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, guys today, even guys like a couple of years after that, I don't think they could really grasp how big a change that was. I mean, guys were lucky too, because we wound up with the apartments over at 260 Convent.
Yeah.
We wound up with the 3 apartments, 74, 41, and 4.
Correct.
A lot of good stuff happening in those apartments.
Correct.
A lot of, yeah.
I don't know what you say.
Explain. You were there, Goon.
No, it was fun. Yeah, it kind of became like our next kind of home, which is kind of like annoying for some of the non-TEPs that lived there and other people, because it was kind of like, it wasn't a TEP house. It was like people's like apartments, whatever.
Yeah, it was home.
Lived there. But,
somebody's home.
It kind of took the place, it was fun, I lived there for a bit.
Mm-hmm.
I used to live with Bagby. No, I used to room with Girk. But me and Bagby spent a lot of time drinking. And the wolf lived downstairs. Yeah, it was as though the apartments kind of became like, but everything we did in the house in terms of like our pledge period had to change. Like, everything had to change.
Yeah.
We couldn't do events in the apartments.
No.
So, you had to like change everything.
Yeah.
And there was no guide on what should we do or how should we do. We had to get creative.
Yes, we did. Okay, Goon. So what's going on today? What's going on these days with Robert Goon Julian?
Well, as some people know, we moved out of the city. We moved upstate to Garrison, New York.
Nice.
And, we had to adjust. And, I'm a stay-home dad now, take care of the kids.
Wow.
And, it's challenging. It's fun, but, living so far from the city, one of us had to stay.
Mm-hmm.
My wife had the more stable job. And, so that, and then it gives you some time to work more on music and other projects, but, still looking around and still settling down. 2 kids starting kindergarten. It was hard for them. I mean, they had a new house, new friends, new school, new everything. So it was tricky, but they're doing good. And then musically, I started, playing with a couple of bands. I started, making new friends up here. And I'm lucky I started playing with this band called Rude Boy George, which is a band that does new wave music and ska. And they're actually kind of big. It's probably one of the biggest bands I play with. And we're going to play a huge festival in Virginia. And then Memorial Day weekend is called Supernova Ska Festival. And it's actually at a brewery. Which if you know me, you know how much I like my beer.
Indeed.
I also have another project called Rukenbein, which is a reggae band. Instrumental is up here mostly. Around New Paltz area. We rehearse. And that's like a smaller project that we do our thing up here. And, I'm writing some music here and there for different projects and stuff like that. And, that's pretty much like the music side. And, and the rest is just parenting. I also started brewing beer. So that's another thing. It's a nice hobby. It's fun. And that's kind of like what I'm doing musically. And I'm writing some music for some projects as well. There might be something... I don't know if I should say it. I don't know. But there's some little projects happening here and there, that, I'm trying to write music, trying to get things going, and, kind of like trying to get some extra cash from home,
Gotcha.
So, trying to, now that we're settling, trying to get some work in the area. And, the rest is just kind of like parenting, taking care of kids growing up, parenting, man. Adulting. It's overrated.
Speaking of kids and parenting, whatever happened with NYC Frat Dads, the podcast?
Dads. That was a fun podcast, man. Me, Girk, and the Wolf were doing it. It was easy because we all lived nearby, so we could just go to my place and do our thing, It's a little bit more difficult now because, we will have to Skype or FaceTime like we're doing now,
right.
But sound quality. The thing about a podcast is that you're hearing it, so it better.
It's got to sound good.
Because people are not going to listen to it. It's not like you can get away with in FaceTime you can get away with okay image, but like a podcast, you listen to it in your car, in your headphones. So then I don't know if people want to sit through 40 minutes of the Skype sound in a podcast, But
yeah. I'm hoping they're gonna forgive the sound quality on this project. I'm gonna have to up my game in future episodes.
What matters is that you're doing it, and in a way that happened with the podcast. We overthought it. We were thinking about it a lot, but until we were like, well, let's just do it. I mean, it's not going on CNN. It's just like you're sharing it with your friends. I mean, how much crap could people give you over they're gonna give you crap because they're all taps, but
of course.
At least you're doing it. So that's more important than anything else.
How many episodes did you guys wind up doing?
I think we did 6 or 7.
Okay.
6 or 7. Yeah, something like that. But, it's a lot more work than it looks. I mean, look how much work this is taking.
Yeah.
And this is 5-minute videos. So, so it took a lot of work in terms of editing afterwards. We had to set up 3 microphones. We had to then edit it later on. And and that's not even talking about topics or anything like that. We were kind of almost running on the fly, kind of like what we do. We have some music, talk shit, basically, But it revolves around what we do, when guys get together. Guys get together, and quite frankly, there's a lot of talk about potty training and pre-K and babysitting, and there's a lot of poop talk because that's us, and that's kind of what happens nowadays.
Yeah, that's kind of what happened in my life right now too. I got my little one is 7 months. That's pretty awesome. I dug the podcast. I the first one was a little scattered because it was all over the place, but by the second episode, you guys were I was listening. I was like, oh, okay, this is stories, and it felt like like us hanging out, like in the old days, just sitting around, talking shit. You guys drinking beer, me drinking Pepsi.
Arizona iced tea.
Nothing
wrong with that.
Let's see. What else can we talk about? I don't think, I tell people, I always say it, I never laugh as hard or as long as when I'm hanging out with the Teps.
Dude, that is a very true statement. And you know what it is? That like there's something that came out once at a retreat. It didn't come out at a retreat, but something that we all kind of acknowledge is that, like, as you get older, TEP becomes more important in that, like, to me at least, socially, I make a lot of friends, I meet a lot of people, but only TEPs truly know me, and only around TEPs can I truly be myself without truly fearing of judgment.
Right.
Like, there is nothing I would not do, like, around TEPs that, like I have nothing to hide around TEPs. I don't need to, like, you can have the coolest boss in the whole world. He's still your boss.
Right.
You have the coolest coworker in the whole world. He's still your coworker. He's still your, whatever. So it's only around TEPs as you get older where you kind of like, oh, kids are driving me crazy. This Sunday I'm gonna go hang out with the guys. I could just literally just let loose. Like, I don't need to hide it. I don't need to wear a mask. It's like the only group of people that I could truly be myself and not care less if I'm judged or not, because
Agreed.
I won't.
Grows
exactly.
to life.
So I think it becomes even more important as you get older.
It's true. I agree. Cannot disagree.
Also, one last thing. I think it's good for the kids to see their dads and their moms, like, being part of this big social circle.
Right.
Of, like,
and just be people, right?
Yeah.
Not just like, oh, mom and dad, or like, like when I was a kid, I used to look at teachers, were like, teachers are people, they're teachers. And at the end of the day, they're like, they go into a box and they wait till the school starts again, and then they come out. And it's like, the first time I saw teachers hanging out on a lawn on a school trip, smoking cigarettes, blew my mind. I was like, they're like people. And then like your parents are like doing the same thing now, and it's like, oh wow, they're people. And it's like, they're funny people, and they're weird people, and they're kind of goofy people, and they're fun, and it's like, it's good. I think so.
And, they make other friends outside their school circle, and like, it's just, and it's not all getting drunk. It's not all, just that. It's also just literally seeing your parents talking about, like, daycare and schools,
right,
and like the same crap that everybody with kids has to deal with. The good and the bad, like.
Right.
So I think it's also good for the kids to have, like, this kind of extra social circle where parents hang out and have fun. And, like, some people don't come from a big family, like, kind of feel sometimes left out, like, oh, like, that's cool that kid has a big family. Well, our kids have 2 big families, like, I mean, so it's like, I think it's cool.
That's why I always got drawn to the TEP Christmas dinner, because I wanted it to be the big family dinner for everybody, the big Christmas that, some guys didn't always have. It's like, okay, now it's all of us. We're all together. And now that we're older and we're bringing our kids in and our wives, it's like, it's the real family. It's not just the guys sitting around drinking beer.
Yeah, no, it's absolutely important, because you're absolutely correct. A lot of TEPs, that was their, like, dinner. Especially back then, there were times like this was it.
Yep.
Everybody went home to their parents, whatever. Like, they stayed in the house and just did nothing. So, like, that was their dinner. That was their event. That was their Thanksgiving. That was it. So it is cool to have, like, the TEP Christmas party, because it's like we're also growing up together.
It's true.
Mentioned 25 years we lost the house. 20
years.
Like, I remember 20 years ago sitting in a couch being stupid, saying, "Can you imagine when we are now?"
I couldn't have imagined this.
It's amazing that, like, I specifically remember us saying, "Can you imagine when we're, like, old and with kids?" And that is right now. That's happening now. And we go to Baggy's house and said we show up with kids, and, like, but the stupidity level never changes in a good, fun way. At least I think so. I think it's. Yeah, this is now. We're living the now, when we used to say, oh, can you imagine later on? Some of us are bolder, some of us are fatter, some of us are, like, whatever, married, non-married, kids, no kids, whatever, but we're still us hanging out.
It's true.
That's not easy to, get.
Dude, I noticed there's so many grays in here. now.
Oh,
I was like, oh man, they didn't used to be.
Yeah,
it makes me so sad.
There's only gonna be more.
I was trying for a little while. I would just I'd pick out a couple and be like, all right, that looks great. And now if I just pick them all out, I just won't have anything.
Yeah, it just I'll just tell you I've seen it in a friend that started dyeing his hair. There's days when it goes red, so that's a commitment. Once you start, you're dyeing your hair forever. So, it's like wearing a rug when you're going bald.
Yeah, it's like once you put it on, it's on. It's like you got to commit.
It's not worth it. It's not worth the work. Besides, can you imagine one of the temps started wearing like a freaking thing? Like every party, someone's gonna pull it. Every single party. Every party,
every hangout, every time they go to the bar, every time they stop at the traffic light.
Someone should start wearing one. I think someone should start wearing one.
All right, let's see. Who can we get to start wearing a wig?
I could use one.
Hey, yours is fine.
I gotta wear it so that it looks like I'm trying to hide it.
Like look like a hat.
Look natural.
Like just tilt it a little bit. Yo, what's up? Yo, man, what's going on? What's new?
I'm using these great hair products.
Yeah, man. It's nothing new with me. Nothing different here. It's all natural, baby.
You remember when George Costanza was wearing it? Like one of those. It'll be great.
I hate this thing. I throw it out the window.
No.
Okay, bro. Great talk. Thank you for coming on the show.
I think it's a show.
Hopefully I have this up within a couple of days and everybody can see what's going on and catch up with you. And hopefully TEP-TV takes off and we get more submissions and more videos and more stuff. I would love to put, the ADA Pledge class up on TEP-TV and see what's going on with them, or what happened with them. And anything else that you might have, throw it on. And
I do have a lot of pictures, and those I could probably scan and maybe email them to you, and you can drop them out sporadically.
Yeah, do some slideshows and just this is what happened with these guys. This is what happened back then.
Yeah. No, I think it's a great idea. I think it's a cool thing.
All right. Yeah, I'm hoping to get more guys that we haven't seen in a while.
Dude, we must find Tattoo. He is nowhere to be found. Ernesto Avila, if you're out there, we're all looking for you. Kirk has been looking for him. I've been looking for him online. I don't know. We're missing Tattoo. I want to see Tattoo.
Tattoo, if you're watching, if you're anywhere, if you're listening, come home, brother. We miss you.
Tattoo, man. I miss Tattoo.
That dude was great.
Awesome. Can you imagine he's really fat and bald now?
Or maybe he's just he's like The Rock. He's just
he's
Diesel.
The Rock, he grew up and he's got enormous.
Yeah.
He always reminded me of that singer, El Puma. You remember that Jose Luis? He always reminded me of El Puma with the hair.
Big hair. I loved it.
Anyway, well, thanks for doing this, Rose. This was fun.
Hey, man, thanks for coming on. It was fun. Thank you so much. And this has been Look Who I Found, 5 Minutes With.
Rock and roll, guys.
All right, bro. See you guys soon.
Later.
Later.